Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So you might be wondering, Justin, where are you? And oh yes, I'm right here. Hello. I'm down here. You can see my head. That's because I'm doing what every basic YouTuber does nowadays, standing up for videos. So hey everyone, do you like my new? Well, it's not really a new set. I just used a tripod for my camera, and now. Good thing I have this. This thing was a lifesaver. This Rode PSA-1 mic stand. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I don't know why I'm explaining myself to you. Anyways, so honestly, like 10% of why I wanted to do this video was to try this out, to try this new thing that I'm gonna be doing. So every time I do a video where it's not gameplay, I just talk to you guys. Like usually it's commenting on comments. I don't know, whatever. Like these types of videos. I'm gonna be standing up for them because I sit down too much for homework for everything. And it's bad. It's a bad thing. You shouldn't sit too much. Exactly. It's not like a joke or anything. You actually shouldn't do it. Just saying. I didn't really have a good background. Like my webcam is really suckish now. So I'm using my Canon Vixia HF-R 400 camcorder. I hooked it up to via my Elgato so I can use it directly on my PC and I don't have to fiddle around with using files, and I can even use my mic directly with it, so it's really good. This feels like an update video, and I'm sorry it's not, okay? I have something to talk about, and something that I may need your help with. So I'm gonna start off by saying, do not make the same mistake that I did. Do not do this. I'm gonna explain to you everything that happened. It's bad, it's a bad idea, and I'm gonna call out a specific video, not a specific YouTuber, just a video. There's just one video that is, it's bad. It's partly my fault, but it's still bad. So without acting too mysterious, my main point for this whole video, my main point is do not go on the internet or on YouTube for your PC optimization tips. Oh my god, it's the worst damn thing you can do to yourself and to your computer. And I learned this the hard way. This is specifically to those people who think they know what they're doing. They think they're the best computer techspert out there. Yeah, there's those people who think they know everything to do about computers, and I do not claim to be one of those people. I do not know much. I know some than the average Joe, but I'm not an expert in anything about troubleshooting, about like advanced building tips and the ins and outs of everything going on within your computer. I leave that to the big YouTubers like the Linus Tech Tips, I'm not sure, but you guys know what I mean, like Jace 2 cents or those people. So do not just go to a random video, and this wasn't really a random video. It actually had a lot of views, and it was from a YouTuber who had like 70,000 subscribers. Unless they're trusted and reputable, do not follow click by click their optimization guide. So here's the story, okay? Oh, God, I know you're gonna say, Justin, that's your fault, but I mean, I followed it to the T, his tutorial. Anyways, here's the story. So I guess it's a story time video. I'm 10 of Mongo, guys. So, my Windows has been running smoothly ever since I got my PC back. And like a dumb idiot, I figured, oh, there's a video recommended to me. It's Windows 10 optimization guide for gaming. And like, oh, might as well just do it, you know, like get the best possible performance out of my PC, which of course you think that's great, and you click on that video and it had a lot of views. The thumbnail was good, it's eye-catching, people are gonna click on it. I thought it was a good video to follow. So you kind of know where this is going, but I opened up the video, he started talking. It was a British guy, it was pretty deep, and okay, I'm not saying that this YouTuber is a sketchy YouTuber. This YouTuber is actually, he's a pretty reputable source. Like, he's a tutorial channel. I'm not gonna call him out or anything. I don't want to send haters or whatever, even though this is probably not going to get watched compared to his views. But it's actually a pretty decent YouTuber, and a lot of people, and I myself, I've actually watched some of his stuff before, and they've actually helped me, so I trusted him. That's the worst part of it. So this video, the Windows 10 optimization guide, and you can, honestly, it just takes a couple clicks to look it up, but I don't want to directly call this person out, just in case. I don't want to confirm who it is, okay? So no ill will towards anybody. So, most Windows 10 guides, they kind of just go through the shallow settings of Windows, the ones where you can get to easily, the ones where it's, even beginners can know how to handle. Just turning off privacy settings, turning off game bar, even just adjusting like the performance or the battery performance, which just affects how your Windows looks and stuff, and that doesn't affect anything at all. It's totally fine. Imagine if you haven't built a computer and you're an absolute beginner and you want to know how to do this, and this guy started screwing around with the Windows registry. Big mistake. I should have seen it. Of course, I'm still a beginner PC tinkerer. I don't really know, but now I've learned my lesson. Guys, do not do not mess with a Windows registry. Okay? Okay. I'm not even gonna tell you what it is or how to get to it, because no one, even if you absolutely know what you're doing, like you're actually study computers and you have to exactly know what you're doing, do not go into it. Do not mess with any settings that you don't know about. Just do not screw with it. I followed him exactly to the T, and that's might have been another issue because every computer is different or whatever, but my computer was actually, I think, had better specs than him. At least or maybe they're the same specs, but he had newer hardware or whatever. So of course I followed him exactly because I figured, well, if he does it and he's fine, I can do it if I have a better computer. I don't know if messing with the registry actually is the problem here. He went with some other really deep stuff, like deleting apparently important temporary files, messing with virtual memory and paging files, like all just really advanced stuff that I thought he knew exactly what he was doing, and he probably to an extent he does, or at least he thinks he does, but I don't think he knows the magnitude of how important these settings are, and how he shouldn't just put this up on YouTube for little kids who don't know anything about computers to just screw around with. So yeah, I followed everything he did, exactly what he was doing, except for he was, at the end of the video, he had more tips about downloading third-party programs, and that shouldn't really affect anything unless the program gives you a virus. So it's just the Windows settings that really bugged me and really, it screwed over my computer, basically. I don't know why it took me so long to say that, but after following his tutorial, I didn't do the downloading programs, which it wouldn't affect anything for better or for worse. They're just third-party programs. But it was messing with the Windows setting. It was messing with the virtual memory, paging files, messing with the hard drive. He did some stuff with hard drive that, of course, I followed. He messed with the registry, as I said before. It screwed up my computer. So I've had a lot of problems ever since then, and I know it's what happened, because before that video, it was completely fine, and then right after that video, almost like that, I noticed starting having slowdown issues, constant, like, just little things that are not working that I've never seen before ever on my computer. Even before when I had like a 3-year-old HP motherboard, I didn't have these types of problems that I'm having right now. So a couple examples is starting off small, loading the file explorer, like the Windows file explorer where you go your files. It was just very, very slow, and it's never happened before. But of course, right when I did everything that the guy showed me, it just started happening. Like, okay, this is weird. Like, it shouldn't happen. It should be faster. But then I said, it's fine. And then other things started popping up that really started to kind of scare me, where my taskbar, I couldn't use my taskbar at all except for the programs pinned on it. Like, I couldn't use the start menu, I couldn't press the button, I couldn't press the start to search, couldn't do any of that. Then, this is the worst part, and then I noticed something is very wrong. I was recording a game, and it opened, which was great. And the frame rate I noticed was, for the game that it wasn't that much of a graphic intensive game. It was a new one, so I'm not exactly sure if it is graphic intensive. But I noticed there was a frame cap, which it's probably just the choice of the game. But then when I opened up my 2 programs for recording, which you might be thinking, that's too much already, that's why it's slow. I've been recording all my videos using 2 or even more programs for the past how many years now. I use OBS for my face, and then NVIDIA Shadowplay for the game itself, and then I edit it all together. And using that whole virtual setup, combination of programs, no problems whatsoever. My computer is a really good computer spec-wise, so I don't expect to have any frame rate drops, and I don't. But ever since then, even if I open one of the programs, the game started dropping like half of its frames that it originally got. It went from like 60 to like 30 when I opened up OBS, and then when I opened up Real start recording, it was super slow, and I was just wondering, what the hell is happening? This should not be happening. That's when I realized, okay, I've made a mistake in following that guy's tutorial and messing with all these settings that I didn't really know that I shouldn't have messed with, but he shouldn't just have shown it to everyone, like kids on YouTube, just to mess with these really important settings. And then a really bad thing happened. This is what really crushed me, and that's when I realized I need to start fixing things. I couldn't open Rainbow Six Siege, which is one of my favorite PC games. You might be thinking that's just a preferable problem, but then even other games started. Every other game I tried to open was acting up. GTA 5, it opened the game, but it wouldn't load into the story mode. It literally took forever. When I tried to close it, it would freeze and everything, and then it was a really, really bad time. It's kind of scary. Counter-Strike Global Offensive. You guys know CSGO. You guys know it's really, really, really easy to run, and even on a decent computer, you can get over 100 frames per second. And with my computer, I have a GTX 970 and an i7. I should be getting like, what, 200, 300 frames per second. I had nothing else open. I was getting like 70 frames per second, which is like, it's still fine, but not for CSGO. That is actually really, really bad and really worrying. And I had nothing else open. No recording programs, no other games, just CSGO, and I was getting 70 frames. What the hell? So what I did was I went back to restore point, way back. Like I think I changed all the settings and followed the video on the 10th of January or something like that. So I went back to a Windows restore point, which basically you can go back to an old state of what your Windows was. So I went back to like early, like January 2nd, but I noticed I still started having lingering problems. And I have, at this point right now, it's January 23rd, and I'm contemplating of just resetting my PC. Not fully, but I honestly might have to. And that's so annoying. Not really because I have important files. Like, if I just had fast internet, I can easily re-download all these files. I don't really need anything on my computer, to be completely honest. It's just the pain of having to re-download everything. And maybe even if it won't work still, maybe there's some permanent damage I've done to my Windows, then I don't want to buy any more hardware. I'm done with that. So you're probably going to say in the comments, and I agree, that this is definitely partly my fault. But he still shouldn't, you know, advertise messing with these really important Windows settings and Windows registry files and these, you know, temporary files and stuff like that. You know, he shouldn't just broadcast messing with those files on the internet. And I noticed, I read through the comments, a lot of people were having problems. There was a guy who wrote a big paragraph rant saying you shouldn't do any of this, and I urge people to, you know, redo everything he did. I tried to redo everything, but of course I don't know what the original settings were. Like, I've tried to redo everything, but I'm still having problems, and it just, I don't know what else to do except just reset my PC. So this is the part where, if you guys had this happen before, where you mess with the registry or mess with some, you know, deeper Windows settings and you've had problems, any help would really appreciate it, guys. I could, like, I don't know what to give back to you. Like, I don't have much money, but yeah, if you guys could help me think of some fixes to what's happening. Basically what I did was, like, you know, messing with the normal Windows settings, like the ones that you can easily access, that's all basic and material looking. It's for beginners. That's completely fine, like the Windows settings. But if I messed with the registries, I changed, you know, values in the registry. I went into like virtual paging files, if you guys know where that is. So if you're a computer expert, like more than me, please, if you guys could help me out, it would be really appreciated, because my computer is everything I need for YouTube. Like, I can still use my computer, but I just can't open games as of right now. Everything is so slow, like a fraction of what it used to be, and just small problems that keep cropping up that should not be happening, that I've never seen before. If someone could DM me or message me, and I could easily get into specifics, but yeah, I don't know what to do now. I think of just resetting my PC. I'm gonna do the option first where it doesn't lose files. If that doesn't work, I might just honestly have to factory reset my PC. And I don't even know if that will still work. Like, it shouldn't, like, that should work, factory resetting your PC, because that's literally the very last resort for anyone, for any device, where you don't want to lose all your files. But I don't really have important files in here, so it doesn't really matter. It's just a pain to having to re-download everything. So I changed my mind. For the sake of, you know, trying to fix things, I'm actually gonna leave the video that I followed and that screwed up my computer in the description. I please urge you, this is just for the sake of, for those tech experts who might be watching, just to see if they can troubleshoot the problem and see what this guy showed me to do that might be the problem. So please do not send hate or any backlash to this guy or in this video at all. Just please, if you know more about computers than me, or if you think you might be able to help, you should watch the full video in its entirety and see if there's anything, because I basically did everything he told me except for downloading like the CCleaner and extra programs. I actually did download the anti-spy bot software, which I don't know if I deleted it, so, but I still having problems, so that probably wasn't it. But please, if you think you could help me, watch the link in the description of the video that basically screwed up everything. And if you notice that there's if there's a setting that might be the culprit, or maybe if it's everything, that would be bad. But yeah, if you could, you know, DM me on Twitter at justintheoreo, or just comment. Hopefully, you know, you can help me out there. But yeah, if you do help me, I'll promise I'll give you something back. But yeah, please, if you could help me out, that'd be great. Just the video is in the description. So yeah, if you guys could help me out here, I would really appreciate it, mainly because, of course, I want to make these videos, you know, quickly for you, and this is definitely not helping my productivity at all. And I don't know. So my message is, don't go to YouTube for anything related to with troubleshooting Windows, unless it's your computer's actually screwing up. I've had a lot of time where YouTube has actually helped me. But if your computer's fine, don't try to change it unless it's a very slow laptop. And don't do anything dumb like go into the registry or go into deep files, okay? Just try to stay on the surface of Windows. Try to stay where it's easy to get to. That means that it's safe usually, okay? And also try not to download too many third-party programs. Like I've heard CCleaner got hacked. I've heard it's safe now, but still, you don't want to take any risks, okay? I actually downloaded CCleaner because I was desperate, and I read a fix that CCleaner would help me with opening games, and I haven't tried it out yet because you also have to delete the game and reinstall it, and I'm still reinstalling because my Wi-Fi is slow. So yay, everything's going great for me. Anyways, that's it. This video is way too long. I'm sorry about that. Don't worry, videos will still come. Like, they might not be gaming because I can't really do them. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. You're gonna see a lot more vlogs like these, mainly because these are the only ones I can do easily. But I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace out.